Ha 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 ha. So we should be popping up any second on the YouTube. We are live on the radio. It's 3 o'clock, and this is the Rules of Nerdquisition. Why is it showing about this portrait no judgment? I don't know. What the hell's going on with that? What the hell? Oh, there it is.
I see it as rules.
It's Rules of Nerdquisition. Okay. I don't know. What the hell's going on? Anyways. Radio. It's 3 o'clock, and okay, that was weird.
I see it both places.
Ed. Oh, Bunny. Bunny has showed up. Bunny is here. What is up, Bunny?
Bunny.
And what's up, Harley? So, we're here. We're going to be talking some nerd shit. I am your host. I am the Angry IT Nerd. I am Gilbert. And I am here with my associate. And I'm here with my associate, Mr. William Zane.
My name is, for the last time, my name is not Billy Zane.
Some technical issues, Bunny, getting them all squared away. It is what it is. We'll be all right. We're trudging on. So
everything is a trudge nowadays.
Yeah, it's a trudge. We're just trudging on. So we were supposed to be talking about a Peacemaker. However, sir,
I'm bad at homework.
No, but it's all good, man. It's all good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, hey, man.
Hey,
man, we had there was a lot of shit that happened this week, so you know.
God damn, it wasn't even like a lot of shit. It was just one major thing,
and
that kind of dominated everything. That kind of threw off the whole situation.
So yeah, and seeing as how with that, instead now, I guess we'll push it back to next week.
Yeah,
maybe we'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah,
hopefully, but
course correction.
course correction on that one. So I saw, for everybody in the chat, that we all know that how fond I am of bad movies.
Oh, here we go.
So I saw the most recent Tron movie, Tron Ares, and it is a movie that was made, and it has the Tron name on it.
It is a movie in the series.
It is a movie in the trilogy of Tron movies. It was greenlit. Decisions were made.
Somebody agreed to it.
There were people that were contracts were signed. You know,
people were consulted.
This. checks were written out. Money was spent, and visually amazing. Absolutely amazing. Visually, absolutely amazing. Story. Okay, so there, I have notes.
Do you have, like, Fantastic Four level notes?
Oh, so this
That's a yes.
this it whew. So this is going to be spoilers. I don't give a fuck if you saw it or not. I mean, this is some this was this was something. It was something. It was made. It was made, and um, it had Jeff Bridges in it. You know,
The most recent.
the most recent Fantastic Four. Yeah, it had Jeff Bridges was
We
in it.
we did enjoy it, but there was
there were pros and cons. There were a lot of
there were a lot of notes.
there were a lot of notes when it comes to Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
If you ask Bunny, the most critical note from her is the birthing scene.
The birthing scene with
Which was arguably her favorite.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
It was not. It was not at all.
And our biggest gripe, well, we had two biggest gripes. Number one, bad casting for Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Love
Pedro. Just
Pedro Pascal to death, but bad casting.
yeah. That was
and number two, when did Johnny Storm become a linguistic expert?
Yeah.
That
was
made absolutely no sense at all. That was.
Also, he completely figured out an entire language and spoke it, fluently in a matter of like a month.
Maybe not fluently, but conversationally. Conversationally. To at least have a conversation with somebody in that language, in an alien language, and that has never been a Johnny Storm trait.
So that is not anything that is attributed to Johnny Storm. That is more of a Reed Richards thing.
He's actually more the dunce cap.
Yeah. He's more the, hey, Johnny, go set that shit on fire. Got it.
Yes, he is the accidental.
Yes.
Like, oops, I did it again. Hero.
Like he's the kind of dummy that would flame on in the middle of a fireworks factory because it was dark and he couldn't see where there was a light switch at.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's that kind of dummy.
Well, no, I was saying like, oops, I did it again. I saved the world on accident.
Well, yeah, but it'd be like the fireworks factory would like destroyed an alien invasion, whole type of shit.
Yeah,
and it's like, hey guys, what happened?
The fireworks factory,
the whole fireworks factory would destroy an alien invasion,
blows up a Kree ship.
Yeah, like that's Johnny. That's him right there.
Congratulations, you got one right.
That's it. Wait, what? Yeah. So those were our three main talking points on the Fantastic Four. But Tron Ares, here's an interesting one. So we open up this whole movie finding out that Flynn has apparently disappeared because, he just did. Because in the last movie, we saw he disappeared. He still disappeared. He's gone. He's not coming back because Flynn is living in the computer. He's living his best life. Okay? He's living his best life as AI. He don't give a fuck. All right? Flynn is living his best AI life. Like he's like the Highlander. Like, he is immortal. He has the code of him. so, so Flint don't care. All right, and we see there's this company that bought out Flynn's company, and all the technology of Flynn, to create this whole digital world and the grid, and be able to bring people in and out. Except we find out that when bringing people out from the grid, or bringing, programs, which, all right, here, okay. Here's my thing.
Here's the first problem.
No, it's not a problem. It's just an interesting thing for me. A question, really. All right.
Problem.
So, like, the whole set of programs, like just going back from Tron, to Clue, and then now with Ares and Athena, and all the rest of those, they're set up as like antivirus programs, so to speak, right?
Right.
Now, and they bring them out, and they do what antivirus programs do, and that's okay. That's cool. But like, what if you brought out, like, let's say, a DJ or a video editor, or somebody from from one of the other sites. Like, all of a sudden now you've got a whole range of digital pimps and digital, ladies of the evening.
Well, I mean, don't we all?
Like, I mean, and okay, so I don't know. That was the ADHD, just random ass thought on that one. But anyways, so this whole company takes over Flynn's company, and they're all trying to find out, because every time you bring a program into the real world, and all right, here's my issue with that. All right, okay, and it's the same issue I had with the last one, with bringing a program out from the digital world. All right. So, all right. How? What?
The real world.
In the real world. All right.
What is the real world?
How are these, the ones and zeros, right? And the hard light projections, and all right, so how the fuck are they actually able to be here? And I've never understood that. I never understood that with Legacy when
it's like they reverse engineered the Simpsons episode.
Yeah. And I suppose, I mean, and I guess, the whole precedence of the first Tron was that he went into the digital world, which suspension of disbelief, I guess. So I have to, accept the fact that if you can go in and somebody else can come out. But okay. But apparently now they now have a time limit. I didn't know that's how, apps work like that, out in the real world. that there was a time limit.
Well, you get your 7-day subscription, your 7-day
7-day
free
free trial.
Got to remember to cancel on that 6th day, or else you're gonna get charged.
That is true. I may. So
if you're lucky, they'll send you an email.
A lot of times they won't because they want their money.
Yep.
But oh, so as we find out that all these programs have a 30-minute time limit, and they come out into the real world. So after about 30 minutes, they de-res, and then all of a sudden they're popped right back into the grid. So, all right. And this is where it's hard to maintain that sense of disbelief. Okay. All right. So I get if I get the whole thing of it was copied and then pasted into the real world, right? And so there was still like a digital image of him left, inside the grid. But there was also the one that was outside the grid.
Right.
No, apparently, the way that this works is that after the 30 minutes, okay, it's like he is transported out into the real world, and after 30 minutes, he gets de-resed, and all the programs go back into the grid. And it's like, how? Because I mean, because the whole de-resing thing means that they are actually deleted, right? So would that mean that they were completely, deleted, everywhere, off the grid? I mean, if they were, but that's just me. But anyway, so they're immediately, transported back into the grid. And so now, the one company is trying to sell basically all their antivirus apps to of course, the military, so they can have, a disposable army, disposable tanks, airplanes and missiles, all kinds of shit, right?
Right.
Because, of course, that's what you do. That's what America does. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
Can't have it if it's not a little bit of a capitalism and imperialism.
Said exactly. So the 30-minute time limit is a bit of an inconvenience. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to, say invade a country, say for some oil, allegedly,
Allegedly.
Right. That you could literally, just like, hey, 3D print out a couple tanks and some soldiers and, a couple 3D print out some helicopters and tell them, hey, go, what I need you to do is go down here and take this other, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a bit of an inconvenience when, you're in the middle of a raid and then all of a sudden, boom, it stops because everybody just has now turned to dust. And not just any kind of dust, but pixelated dust. So, apparently there's some kind of mystical, magical code that is out there that will allow all the programs to stay out in the real world indefinitely.
Oh, God mode.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
So, I mean, how convenient is it? You could go out into the real world, stay out there, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, you know what I'm saying? Get caught up on the whole Infinity War saga, see, you know what I mean? They go right back. They go right back into the grid. You know what I mean?
You can watch a trilogy.
Right. But, and again, visually, amazing. It looks all absolutely amazing. So, and that's where it had me. It was capturing me because it looked amazing the whole time.
But then you realize
I'm realizing. I mean, I'm of course naturally. I mean, I'm actually paying attention to the movie.
Yeah.
And not just being caught up in the lights and wait, that's a disc. Hold up, that's a triangle. Wait a minute, that's different. Hold up, it's got edges. Oh, that's neat. You know what I mean? Oh, the light cycle. You know what I mean? I'm not getting, even though that looks amazing, I'm not getting caught up into that. Oh, if they go boom, it go boom.
But then by the end of it, you're like, wait a minute. That didn't have really a point at all.
Not really.
There's no real point
to
this whole movie.
I mean, as it would be it wouldn't be a couple tweaks to the story, and it would be a great kind of prequel start to another kind of Tron movies, a Tron set of movies, because of how it ended. So, but yeah, these two companies are fighting over this mystical code.
The God mode code.
Yeah, the God mode code that there's one programmer that studied all of Flynn's code. And studied all of Flynn's code, to find out what this God mode code is, right? So she was started making it, and then while in the middle of all finishing it, she mysteriously got boapped. Mysteriously. So we still don't exactly know what happened to her, or who or how or what boapped her. But she got boapped. Anyways, her sister, which is the CEO of the company that she was, doing all the research for, takes over all her research. You know what I mean? Because that's what you do when you're the CEO.
Right. You take over for your sister.
Yeah, you take over for your sister because, that's where the money's at.
Nepotism. Because, nepotism.
Nepotism and money.
Go hand in hand.
It does. So, they're looking for it. She's looking for it. And as all CEOs do, bring the assistant. And, of course, the assistant is the one that is, kind of talking some sense and saying, like, hey, bitch, it's cold. Can we kind of move this kind of like, what is this, some heat at? I mean, like, we in the Antarctic, bitch. I mean, it's kind of cold out here. Yeah, I mean, can we do something? So, the CEO finds the God code, and then, of course, at the same time, her company is having like, like how Apple does the whole Tech Expo of 20, what was it, 2020, 25 or whatever. Well, doing a whole Tech Expo of this is the new stuff. Buy our products.
Yeah. Same shit repackaged for a different year.
Said, yeah, exactly. So
slightly upgraded.
Said we had this one thing and we made it thinner.
Yeah.
And we made everything Bluetooth
thinner. And we're gonna charge you $200 more than we did last year.
Yes, and it's Bluetooth. Everything's on a Bluetooth.
Yes.
You turn it on, it's Bluetooth. What's the power button? It's Bluetooth. You just it connects onto everything.
Everything is Bluetooth.
Everything on is Bluetooth.
The power button is Bluetooth.
The volume is Bluetooth.
Nothing. There are no buttons anymore.
So no, it is just one
solid piece.
A solid rectangle.
Yeah.
A solid rectangle screen. That's all it is. That's all you have.
Yeah.
So
because we're Apple and you will buy this.
Right. So yeah, they're having that whole big tech expo
you can't even plug it in anymore. You only do wireless.
So yeah. Well, how does it charge? It charges wirelessly.
Only wireless.
So you plug in your USB, you plug in, your thing into USB, and then it syncs Bluetooth. And then that's how it charges.
Yep.
And so, yeah, she's having that tech expo, while she's her the vice president or whatever, the company. He's doing the tech expo, saying, here's our new stuff. Buy our new products. She's looking for the God code. She finds it. So, hooray. Why should do that? Because now, the CEO of the other company, the evil corporation.
No.
The one that's trying to sell it to the military. Whereas she's trying to grow oranges and vegetables. Where she's trying to solve world hunger with digital fruit.
Yeah.
So yes, she's
Let me guess. The evil ones are the red ones.
How did you know?
Lucky guess.
As a matter of fact, every time in the grid, all of the bad guys are the ones working for, the ones going to be soldiers for the military. They're in red.
The red ones.
They're the red ones.
How did I know?
So, she finds it, hops on a plane on her way back to the good corporation so she could, upload the God mode into their servers and start printing out trees, So they start printing out, apple trees, oranges and apples and pears and Kumquats.
Did this man just say kumquats?
Kiwis. And rutabagas. Like this is a first generation, a replicator. You know what I mean? Like that's what she's going for. Like this is like a Star Trek prequel. Yeah. So.
Quadriverticale.
And again, visually amazing. Everything looks amazing. Okay. It looks amazing. So of course, naturally, the evil corporation, has found out, because they have, eyes and ears everywhere. He's hacked her, and then has gone to, a whole, gone through a whole thing of using, security cameras and a whole lot of other, like satellite images and all kinds of, right? Instead of just like directly, going for the phone, like, her number, like you've got her cell. Obviously, you've got her cell number. You can track it through the phone. I don't know why you're going through the whole satellite images and security cameras and CCTV and all this other shit like that. And you know what I mean? Yeah, you got the phone. You got the phone. You got the phone right there. So that's just another, that's a note. That's a note for myself, anyways. So, of course, when the CEO lands, she's going back to the office because, she has to take the God code there. And what's the fastest way to get there, you ask? Oh, she takes a motorcycle.
Okay.
Because that's what you do. You're not a CEO that, has a car waiting for them. You know what I mean?
No.
Not like,
cycle.
Not like a limo or like, an SUV or, or any kind of thing like, no.
Armored or
some kind of custom vehicle. You know what I mean?
Protection or
some kind of, something. No. What do? You're the CEO. You have a motorcycle. Because
light cycle.
Mm-hmm. Just a regular schmegular motorcycle. And then
in blue.
Oh no, see, she's just all in white. So almost
white.
like a sort of like Mr. Terrific, to kind of give you almost like that almost that look. You know what I mean? So she's there, she hops on the bike, and then she's zooming through the city. You know what I mean? And then, bum, 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 the evil corporation has sent out Ares and Athena on light cycles. Light cycles. Yeah. So you get a motorcycle with light cycles in the city. So a chase ensues. And again,
of course,
chase looks amazing. Amazing scene. The light cycle, they shoot the light cycle walls, and destruction ensues. A lot of property damage is happening. Chaos has ensued. Not our chaos, but different kind of chaos. So shit gets fucked up. And so throughout all that, she crashes, and Ares and Athena, They stop. And then they almost have her. And what she do? She escapes from Ares and jacks his cycle. Mm-hmm. So yeah, here's the CEO riding a light cycle in the middle of a city. Just hopped into it and then just started messing with shit, and then all of a sudden, she's gone. Like Nicolas Cage, gone in 60 seconds. Yep. That just figured out how to.
Ghost Rider.
And of course, was able to navigate it perfectly. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
It was bobbing and weaving out a lot of traffic and, buildings and shit like that, going through parking structures, all kinds of shit like that. You know what I mean? And then
that's right, Harley. Just collateral damage.
Collateral damage, yeah. And of course, she figured out how to throw up the light cycle walls. And so now here now, Tron is now, I keep saying Tron, but it's Ares. Ares is now jacked the other
like
cycle.
Peter, whenever you do that, Tron or Black Tron, or the other Tron.
So which Tron?
Which Tron?
So wait, this is Jared Leto Tron.
I guess that's Homer, but still.
I keep saying it's Tron, but it's Ares.
Black Tron.
And it's like, for a movie that's Tron, there's no Tron in it.
Scrubs.
Scrubs. How are you going to name a movie Tron with no Tron? Like, you going to name the fucking movie Tron.
And there's no Tron.
And Tron is not in it.
I didn't see one Tron in the whole thing.
It's like, how are you going to name Tron with no Tron? And you're going to say, oh, well, it's Tron Ares because it's about Ares. Look here, man. That's still naming it Tron. I'm expecting Tron.
Well, it was Tron Ares, and there was an Ares. Fuck you.
So, of course, they're going through the city in a light wall thing, of course, recreating the whole thing from out of the first one. And then, and how with the second one, it upped it up the ante with the light cycle walls and being able to, actually kind of do a curve, curving around and stuff like that instead of, just the 90-degree,
right,
type of turns. But now they've upped up the ante. Oh, they've upped up the ante because, we're in the real world now. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So, you go through, parking lots, right? Like 4-story parking lot floor, structures and you know what I mean? Like you put walls in there, you're going through the streets and right? Everything, all the cars are running into these light walls. And it's like, how are you going to explain that to your insurance? You know what I mean? Like, how?
How am I supposed to go on this?
Like, how can you explain that to?
Who do I report this to?
Right.
My insurance or yours?
So, because, I mean...
I don't think you're insured, my friend.
So I don't know what to do about this. Because, I mean... nothing like this is covered in the State Farm app. You know?
Yeah.
I mean... I don't think Progressive I don't think Progressive has any kind of
is this under Act of God or Act of Tron?
It's like, what would this be? I don't understand. And then
is this
and then of course
premium in this universe?
So then, yeah, then of course, after 30 minutes the light cycle, it de-reses and then the walls de-res. So then it's like you're trying to file a thing with your insurance. You're trying to file an insurance claim. Okay, all right. This wall, like, came out of nowhere. Like, it was like red, but it was like see-through.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest shit ever, man. Said, I think we need to start doing some drug testing.
And see, now I've got like I guess it's the chicken lawyer from Futurama, I think it is. Is that the one? Yeah.
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 The gigantic blue bird.
The one that talks like Foghorn Leghorn?
Yeah.
It's like, now, see, boy, is it a wall or not? Because you said you could see through it, but you said it's a wall. I may have watched Knives Out here real recently, so I've got that accent in my head too.
Like, I mean, and again, with like the buildings and stuff like that, right? Like all the cars that ran into the buildings and shit like that, trying to avoid the cycles and the walls and all this other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how are they going to explain? How are the people in the building going to explain when they look and they see this gigantic, this gigantic 18-wheeler all of a sudden just ramming into the building because, and I'm seeing there's this bright red glowing, looks like a goddamn motorcycle that's riding through here. I've never seen anything move that fast and it's leaving like a trail. And everything that it runs into is just crashing. And again, that had to, if somebody, right? And imagine this, okay? And if somebody who, let's say, just recently got sober, okay? They see some shit like that, right? Oh, hell no. I got some shit still in my system. So, or it's like, okay, that's it, man. There was less crazy shit when I was high as fuck.
Yeah. Hell.
And then you gotta imagine, like, the news reports that will come out, and it's like, so we don't know what happened here. some people say they were like, this really bright, what looked like motorcycles, but they were glowing red and they were going fast as hell.
Yeah.
It left a trail behind them.
That turned into a wall.
And it turned into a wall. It was the craziest shit. Like this shit cut through cars. And this shit. Other cars crashed into it. Causing accidents left and right.
Your Honor, if I may.
No, nothing. Just a small country bird, lawyer.
But it seems to me that either something can be one thing or the other.
So, yeah.
Not both.
Not both. And again, this whole sequence, not gonna lie, looked amazing. It was
spectacular.
It was a whole adrenaline kind of pumping thing that it's like, oh my god, it's amazing. Like if you don't think about it, you know what I mean?
If you're in the scene. And,
yeah. Like if you completely check your brain out through the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Then
kind of like Transformers.
Right. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. If you check out and just focus on the action, it's like oh yeah, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then you're like, wait, that movie sucked.
Yes.
Like the plot of that sucked.
But
the visuals were pretty cool.
Exactly. So.
Like I need to watch that tripping acid.
Mm-hmm.
Or mushrooms.
Yeah.
I need to eat some mushrooms and then watch that. Because
or something. You know what I mean?
Then I won't care that the plot is horrible.
No, because you're looking at the visuals, man, and like I said, that whole chase scene. My
main goal will be the visuals, and the visuals are all that is redeeming about them.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, visually amazing. And of course, it gives you the whole, the sense of, oh my God, I hope she figures it out, because she has to get away so she can get the God code to, her, to the company. So, they can make oranges that might not have any, nutritional value, but, because it's all ones and zeros and light. So it might not have any actual nutritional value, but hey.
but we're
but we're doing it though. We're doing it though.
So this is the Matrix.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know the nutritional value of that. I don't know if it's if there's still.
I don't know what the nutritional value of ones and zeros is, but
does it have vitamin C programmed into it?
Can we find that out?
Like I have way too many questions.
This raises more questions than
it raises too many questions for me. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, the CEO gets captured because as good as she is on the light cycle,
of course she does, because you gotta have drama.
Of course, because
what is a story without intrigue?
Absolutely, because as good as she is, she's dealing with Ares.
Escape?
Ares is.
You escape?
He said Ares is. He's the neutron. You know.
Oh, neutron.
He's the neutron. You know, not. He's like their Tron.
Not the star.
Right.
Not a star, but the neutron.
Yeah. Yes.
Not a neutron,
like if Tron was a mantle, like a championship belt, you know, he would be the heavyweight Tron of the grid. You know what I mean? So that would, yeah.
Not just the world champion.
Not just the world champion.
Universal champion.
And
sorry, CM Punk.
My bad, man. My bad, Punk.
It's got to sting a little bit.
All right.
It's got to sting a little bit that now he feuded with
Drew.
With Drew McIntyre for like a year, and now Drew McIntyre's the Universal Champion, and he's a World Champion. It's got to sting just a little bit.
You know, look at what makes it even worse. All right, I think what kind of makes it bad is that, you know, with CM Punk cashing in on him, and then when Seth cashed in on him, it was like, you know, both of them have 5-minute title reigns. But now it's time for those two, you know, to go to Crown Jewel, battle out for that ugly belt, and then at the end, I hope, you know, Braun Breaker comes out and spears one of them as the prize, as well as that ugly belt. But oh my God! So George, yes, we are talking Tron Ares. Because I've watched the movie and I'm describing it, and I have questions, a lot of questions.
And I'm just ripping on it.
Now I do wonder this. All right, now if you have one of those things, you know, one of the dot matrix gun or laser gun, whatever, you know, that just 3D prints the shit out, you know, through hard light print, whatever, right? So, and you make like, say, buffalo wings. Could you do that? Or could you make a steak? And like, could you make the steak and have the steak taste like buffalo wings? And could you make buffalo wings taste like steak? And could you make the buffalo wings, you know, taste like French toast?
This is,
you know what I mean?
This is
like,
this is some replicator shit here.
Yeah. Like, can you do shit like that? You know? So, and again, it's not here nor there. So the CEO gets captured. Valiant effort on her part. Getting captured, right? Trying to get away. So then, just before she gets captured, on the USB stick with the God code, she breaks it and tosses it into the river. No more God code. Nobody can get God. Nobody. All right. But unfortunately,
nobody can get God.
Nobody got. Nobody. If I can't have God mode, nobody can. Fuck it.
That's a fun phrase out of context. Nobody can get God.
Don't pass that on to Christians, man. Yeah, anyway, so But unfortunately, because she has seen the God mode code, apparently somehow that means that they can somehow the evil corporation can go through into their grid and plug her brain up like like the Matrix, and then like go through her brain and then pick out the code from what she saw, and then extract her from there.
They can like do a memory probe or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, what if there was one section of the code that she did not see because, she had to go pee and it was compiling, or like what happens if like, her assistant that was helping her saw like, a missing page. I don't know. I don't know, man. I got too many questions about this shit, dude.
I could see that.
So, throughout their time of being captured and her time being captured, and just before, Ares and Athena gets derezzed and have to come back again. She's telling them about, she wants to use the God mode to, make oranges and
kumquats
and kiwi and right?
And wings that taste like steak and steak that tastes like wings.
Exactly, and banana flavored tomatoes, you know what I'm saying? So,
but not of tomato flavored banana. That is just
madness. No, tomato flavored banana. That crosses the line.
That is just pure insanity.
That crosses the line. Okay.
What is your problem?
We don't do that shit here. What the hell is wrong with you? Oh, so look, hardly everything would taste like vegetables, chicken, and depression. Okay.
Yes.
If you had some slap your mama on it to it, and maybe some tahini, then hey, give it a little bit of kick to it. So, while she's talking about this whole God mode code and everything like that, Ares has, of course, scoured the entire internet, and everything, and has heard everything that the evil CEO has said, and has basically said, he is expendable. Everybody is expendable. Even his mom is expendable. Everybody's expendable. Real world, digital world, his grid. Everybody. Everybody is expendable. Right? And so Ares was like, nah, man. I am somebody. I am the next Tron. I am Tron, bitch. I am somebody. So yeah, So Ares decides to help the CEO escape because he wants God mode.
Of course.
Because of course he wants God mode, right?
Everybody wants God mode.
So, but there's one place that has God mode, in which I don't know why they just didn't go there to begin with the first time, because apparently the shit was like 10 minutes away from where the fuck she worked at, but Flynn's Arcade. We're trying where the whole thing began, at Flynn's. So this bitch actually went to all the way to either Antarctica or Arctica, whatever the fuck, just to come back to go 10 minutes and get the same shit done. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. So she goes over to Flynn's Arcade. And I don't know how, but those computers still work. Everything's all dusty. The whole nine, right? Ran down. One old ass laser, in which it still works too. I don't know how. Right? Like miraculously, everything seems to work. No problems. No issues. No anything. Right? Right. In an old abandoned building that there's still power that goes to it. Right? No issues whatsoever. Right? None. How you gonna power up the laser in the building, man? And not like you can plug up a car charger to it.
He's gonna turn it on.
Just
like it's nothing.
Just flip the shit on.
Yeah, just power it up. Yeah.
Look at me. Oh no, Harley. Sure. She did it for something. She did it for about hour runtime, a 1 hour runtime. That's what she did it for. Or maybe about 45 minutes runtime. That's what she did it for. She did it for her enjoyment. And just so we can see the light cycles in the city. Do a property destruction. Slice the cars in half. Which also they probably ran into people too, but we didn't see that. Oh my God. So she fires up that old laser, which it goes into a different grid. Flynn's grid. Not the evil corporation grid or the good corporation grid, into Flynn's grid. So, and lo and behold, who was in Flynn's grid? Flynn.
With Flynn.
living his best life. So living his best life in complete solitude, not giving two flying fucks about anybody. You know what I mean?
As you would.
He's living the life. You know what I mean? He don't need Amazon Prime. He don't need HBO Max. He doesn't need Netflix. He didn't need any of that shit. Right? He can get it all right there, right?
He's good either way.
So, yeah. And, he gets hungry, then, he could magically make up, some ones and zeros and make up, some digital popcorn. Like, this Flynn is living his best life right there, right? Flynn is doing great.
Digital pop.
Like, Flynn is doing amazing, right? He's doing fantastic. And so, he's, at this point now, he's like, he's become almost like Willie Nelson, right? Mm. Where he's just chilling. He's like, what you doing here, man? Right? As long as you can see, like, he's just, and all of a sudden, he sees Aries pop in. He's like, what's up, bro? And it was almost like, you could see, where he's almost like a dude from the Big Lebowski. They were like the Big Lebowski as Flynn. And that's how it was.
Dude.
Popped out there with a robe. You know what I mean? He didn't care.
Uh-huh.
And he was just chit-chatting with Aries. So what you doing here, man? It's like, I was hoping to get the God code.
Heard you got the God code.
You got the God code?
Give it to me.
And of course, Flynn was like, hey, yeah, I got the God code, man. Why you need it? So you sure you want it? Because, once you get it, man, you died. You died. That's it. You're not coming back to any. You're not coming back to the grid. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's like my grid's going anyways. It's been 30 minutes. Eventually, that's going to catch up to me. That I'm going to bow app, and then that's it. So Flynn's like, all right, dude, here's the God code. And the God code, it's a little like a DNA helix. So of course, why wouldn't it? Because, trying to be cool. Trying to be cool.
Because what's the answer to, or what would be the answer to life to AI? Would be DNA. So
right. So, but then I'm thinking about it like this, right? Okay. How? Well, Well, I suppose since in the second one, somebody brought somebody from the digital world out into the real world, right? I'm thinking to myself, it's like, how is something that is so complex stored into this old ass system from the 80s? From the 80s, mind you, right? Mind you, like RAM for a system in the 80s, like at the highest was like, like 512 megabytes.
Yeah.
Like it was. Like how'd you get something this advanced and this complex into that? But again, suspension of disbelief, all right?
Yeah.
Suspension of all disbelief, okay? So now, Ares now in God mode now. He's immortal. He's immortal. You know what I mean? So
Highlander.
Exactly.
He cut off the head.
So yeah, exactly. As long as I guess he doesn't get to, as long as he doesn't get into a fight, as long as he doesn't get shot or anything like that, he could potentially live forever.
Get the bow app.
He could live forever. You know what I mean? Basically, he could.
Fame, I will live forever.
So he gets, the God mode upgrade, and so now he's immortal, and so now we have another problem. How does he get back into the real world so he can help the CEO from Athena, who is now who is now said, fuck everybody, I'm going to kill everybody now because the evil CEO gave her the order of bring me the God code back by any means necessary. I don't give a fuck what you had to do. Bring the code back by any means necessary. So, any means necessary meant having to shoot the evil CEO's mother because she was about to blow up the whole thing.
Because why not?
Because, things got out of hand. CEOs got kidnapped. Police is on the way. Everybody's asking questions that the answers don't look too good. In which some of the answers might land me in jail, and that's not a good look. So I'm boabbing this whole thing, and Athena, following her orders, I'm bringing this goddamn code back by any means necessary. So after Athena, back in the digital world, got some reinforcements, took it upon herself to insert herself back into the real world instead of being summoned by the evil CEO. She took it upon herself to hop her ass out here, put a couple in the CEO's mom because, she's about to stop everything. And Athena found out, what she was about to do, just before. And just before, right at that last split second, that's when Athena, her final, when she finally got out of the grid, popped up, put one in CEO's mom's head. So the evil CEO's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Athena's like, "Bring it back to code by any means necessary."
Finishing the job.
Finishing the job, bitch. You gave me a fucking order. I'm doing my fucking job. So, her and all of her reinforcements, the tank and a couple tanks and the big sky thing or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Flying through the city, and again, visually looks amazing, right? All of it looks amazing. Okay. She finds the good CEO, right? Catches up to her. And brawl ensues, right? Then all of a sudden, like an RKO out of nowhere, here comes Ares. Because of course, last minute, last second, here's the hero, and now Ares and Athena in the middle of the street in a fight, in a disc fight. Well, she has a disc and he got the triangle, and it's like, all right. Oh. So she has an actual disc, right? Uh-huh. And all he got is he got the triangle. Okay, cool. I don't know how the triangle works with, trying to get it to come back, right? But all right. We're going to work with that.
Boomeranging. But, hey, okay.
But, all right, cool. So, fight ensues. And, of course, Ares wins because it's Jared Leto. Because, it's a star. His star. So it's like, of course he's going to win because it's a star. And he's immortal now.
Yeah.
So how's it going to look? First fight he gets into, he loses. Well, yeah, that is that immortality, right? So
yeah.
He's immortal now.
Boap.
They got Boap, and then but of course, throughout the entirety of the movie, we as an audience, we love Ares. Ares is great. He loves the 80s and Rubik's Cubes and Pat Benatar and Huey Lewis and the News and
Oh, it's one of those.
Like he loves the 80s, right? Because that's where Tron started. Right. Tron is the 80s, man. So he loves Rubik's Cubes and
nostalgia.
All the nostalgia. Right.
There we go.
And as us, the older audience, who are like, oh, yeah, I love Rubik's Cubes, too. Yeah. Remember Operation? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, but of course, we as the audience, we become fond of Ares. We love Ares. Ares is great. He loves the 80s, He loves the time period that I grew up in. He loves my music. So, and okay, cool. Fine. So him and Athena fight. He wins, of course. And then he goes off into the sunset. The CEO gets the God code, and they're all printing the. So she starts printing fruits and oranges and kumquats and celery that celery that tastes like mangoes, and mangoes that taste like blueberries. But blueberries are blueberries.
The snozberries taste like snozberries. Oh, God.
Like, I mean, like, he's looking to try a brisket, that a brisket that tastes like steak, and a steak that tastes like, so he goes off into the sunset to live out his 80s dreams and to do what Tron things, being, he's the immortal Tron now.
To do Tron things.
Because he's immortal Tron. He's the outside Tron. They're all the inside Trons. Oh my God. Yeah. And so, but then, does it end there? No, no, no. But wait, there's more. So now, we shift our focus back to the evil CEO.
Oh God, he's back.
So and he's grieving his mom, Mm-hmm. And we still kind of we start feeling a little bit bad for her, because I mean, hey, the mom was good. The mom was, she was, she wasn't good. She eventually, was like, holy shit, my son is fucked up. I gotta stop this shit. So, while he's grieving for his mom, police show up because finally they realize that
authorities have been called.
Said right, somebody figured out that all this property damage and his goddamn motorcycles riding around the city with goddamn walls that show up that split cars in half and it's caused wrecks. It probably ran over some kids or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
But might be cause for concern.
Yeah, and it's ended up, doing a little kidnapping, and also a little bit of assault, a little bit of battery.
Just light assault.
Just light. So the police are on their way, about to catch him. And he's like, oh, hell no, bitch. You're not catching me. So he, in his infinite wisdom, goes into his own grid.
Oh God.
So yeah. He hops into his own grid. And then he's looking around. Looking around. He's like, what the fuck is this? And of course, as a throwback to Tron, to the original Tron, because there's so many points in this goddamn movie. It's throwback to Tron. But though Tron wasn't in it.
I thought Tron wasn't in it.
He wasn't in it, but there's so many throwbacks to Tron, but Tron wasn't in it. So the CEO sees this table. Looks like a desk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of desk that, the master control program would use and, use on outside and whatnot, communicate with it. Yeah, and same kind of desk setup, right? So he puts his hands on it, the evil CEO. And all of a sudden, he transforms and his outfit becomes like the master control program in the 80s with the helmet like that and the thing that with the two things and the whole kind of shit like that. Yeah. One that looked like a digital Cobra Commander with the face out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's there building his own grid, but start the evil virus empire. Could spread out of shit. You got the good CEO printed out oranges and bananas that taste like tapioca pudding, and he got Tron just being Tron things, doing it. Tron doing Tron things, enjoying the 80s, even though it's 2026.
Right.
But again, visually amazing. Looks absolutely amazing.
But the main takeaway is it was spectacular to watch.
Yes. The visually amazing. Excellent choreography. Great action scenes. Dialogue could have used some work. But that without being, but it looked amazing. It looked amazing. And it's like the audience is not there, for little details like words. We're just
dialogue, words, and
like,
plot.
Nobody wants any of that. No, just want to see light cycles and the light, the disc fights. You know what I mean? That's what we want to see. Well, mostly light cycles.
That's where our bread and butter is.
That's where the bread and butter is. Light cycles. That's what everybody wants. That's where the moneymaker is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that sounds interesting. I probably will not be watching that.
But I will say this. I mean, if I will recommend it if you just want to purely watch it just for, visual aspect, action, great movie. If you're watching it just for, just for that, you love the action, you love the fight scenes, and you have a soft spot, for nostalgia and Tron. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. If you're looking for, plot, story, I mean,
maybe seek it elsewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's better. There's better.
There's definitely better out there.
I mean, but yeah, that is my overall view of Tron. Tron Ares. Which
it does sound like it was at least slightly interesting.
I mean,
to watch.
It has just a few tweaks to the story, then to me it'll be fine. Just a couple things the things I had questions about. And like the stuff I know, I have to suspend disbelief on. You know what I mean? And I get it, and that's cool. I do that, right? But then randomly, my brain would just start thinking of just like, oranges tasting like peanut butter. This orange would they make one, with seeds or without seeds? Would these orange, would they be able to juice them? Would people be able to make orange juice out of it? Would they, and it's a great concept, great overall story. Just needed some tweaks here and there with it, but like I said, as far as I could see natural sequels go, I could totally see how it would fit in and how it would play out in society like that, and I get it. I do. Sometimes my problem is that they need to, and I say they as in, like, but anyway, if I just don't like the whole concept of, I didn't like the whole concept of, going all the way to the Antarctic to come all the way back to LA or New York, whatever the fuck it was. Just go 10 minutes from where you work at to get the same thing that you flew all the way to Antarctica for.
Why'd you have to go there? Why'd you have to go there?
And it's like you already knew what you were looking for, and throughout the movie, even mentioned that you saw it. Now, granted, a part of the story is that she didn't know that it was in Flynn's arcade until her sister's research said that part of it came from there. But here's my thing, and that's all fine and good, okay? But at some point, you and your sister had to communicate about some of the findings that you had. I mean, I know that you don't know every detail because you're CEO. You got your own job to do, and as your sister, I mean, her job was like her job. Yeah, her job is researching figuring out this God code. Okay, I get it. That's your job, and it's mine. At some point, Flynn's arcade had to have been mentioned at some point. And she had to have kind of put two and two together. And it's like, the evil, this whole evil company that bought out Flynn, obviously that something, there's got to be something within that old building of Flynn's that has an answer to something. So,
right, like that would be the first place I would think.
Yeah, that would be the first place I would look. And if I were the CEO of that company that owned that, I would immediately gutted everything out. Immediately. Because that's the first place I'm looking for that code is in that arcade. Is the exact place where it very first happened, where Flynn got sucked into the digital world. That's the first place I'm looking. And the simple fact is that never was done. Yeah. Little stuff like that. But I get it. A lot of that shit was to kind of pad the runtime, kind of, move the story along. And even in real life setting, it's probably, just not so simple as just like, walk the hell on in and then walk the hell on out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who the hell owns that building. But I would think that if, you bought out Flynn, you bought out, Flynn's company, you would own that building as well.
One would think.
So.
I mean.
Yeah. It's, like I said, a couple tweaks of the story, it definitely would have been much, much better. Definitely would have been great. A couple tweaks of the story, but, look-wise, looks amazing. Usually I'm not a real big Jared Leto fan.
Yeah,
but he did okay. Like, he did okay. It wasn't. Yeah, but I think the main thing is is the way that he kind of played a program. It's not how generally it was programs were portrayed, from Tron in the 80s and Tron Legacy. While the programs there, they spoke as very matter of factly. He kind of took it a step further.
Right.
And it's just like you're taking this way too far. Like if you're the type that you are saying, say yes, we'll approach the destination in 7 minutes and 13 seconds. Okay, yeah, that no, bruh. Okay, now you got way too much dip on your chip. You got way too much dip on your chip. Like, I mean,
unless you're an android or a Vulcan.
So yeah, and so you're going way too far with it. That and none of the other programs, I guess, were that anal. Like to relay time down to the exact second or millisecond, distances to the exact, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, you are right, but I mean,
do you need to be?
why you got to be a D-bag about it though? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one more gripe about this, cuz all right. Jared Leto. Why did you think it was such a great idea to grow a beard as a program? Because you have a beard, that's all fine and good. Okay, no problem with that. It's all great. However, from Tron Legacy, and even a lot of every single one, you're the only exception that has a beard. Well, I have no problems with beard. However, for this particular movie, sir, shave that shit off. You should have shaved that shit off. You could grow that shit back out later. Because, I mean, throughout every movie, the cartoon series, they're all clean shaven. Like, that's the thing. They're all clean shaven. Why? Because ones and zeros can't have hair.
Well, I mean,
they probably could, but I mean, but still, it's like this. If everybody, but I guess that would be the one the one identifying thing that would say, hey, he marches to the beat of his own drum. He's a rogue. You can't trust him because he has a beard. He wouldn't go with, what the Master Control program wants. Ares is going to do what Ares wants because he has a beard. I think that was just me being nitpicky about that, just because I'm just like, about with Jared Leto. Just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It just furthermore made it meh.
But overall, in the end, Tron Ares is a solid meh. It was a movie that was made.
Should it have been? That's up for debate.
Now, should it have been made? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Because you know what? I'm not.
Even in retrospect.
In retrospect, I mean.
That's a hard.
Like, it has potential. It has potential, to start a whole kind of Tron franchise type of thing. Okay, that which is all right. I would prefer keep it within the grid and not go out into the real world. You can't have an immortal Tron out there.
Yeah, that's not.
But overall, I mean, not a, it's okay. It's okay movie, you know. Well, I wouldn't pay for it, you know. if it didn't already come on Disney Plus, I wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah. No. No.
But nevertheless, I mean, yeah, if that kind of, if you're just there, just want the visuals for it, because, looks cool. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Did you see those other all the trailers for the teasers for Doomsday yet?
No, I haven't.
I was telling you about the Captain America one last week.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that there was a one about Fantastic Four, right? There's a Fantastic Four one or something like that.
There had already been leaks. There had already been the Thor leak by the time we got off the show that night. Because like I went back and tried to re-look up everything and look at it again and see, and that's when they were like, "Oh, the next one is supposed to be the X-Men."
Oh, okay.
And it's like, oh, hello, and it's like, well, some people have not paid attention to when these things are supposed to be dropped and have played them anyways. And they posted them on Reddit. They have been being pulled down, but some people have actually gotten a hold of them. Well, basically, it's you see Charles, you see Magneto, and you see Cyclops, and you see Cyclops rip his mask off and go full unbridled,
full on laser, unbridled.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like
hello. Yeah. Here we go. I think I found it.
And it's what's his name from the first series, the James Marsden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's blue and yellow. The cross X.
Oh, the original. His like how it was in the
cartoon.
Cartoon,
like,
yeah.
But he's like battle worn and he. Like that's all you see is just like Magneto, Xavier, them reach out, hold hands.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. Oh my god, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And another one I'm waiting on is Wonder Man.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. That looks really fucking good. I'm really excited for it because that's like that should have already happened, but
yeah,
let's go ahead and inject it now. Why not?
And it's kind of
that character should have already been alive and dead probably twice.
Right? But hey, man, I mean, hey, having to go through, like
it's a different universe.
whole different universe,
Different
right?
universe.
Whole different
Different
universe.
universe.
Whole different universe and whole different, uh, uh, um,
Storyline, whatever. Yeah, sure. Okay.
being able to use characters, for
Yeah.
different ones, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward.
The
I'm really
next
looking forward
one
to this to this
yeah,
Avengers Doomsday.
yeah, the next one is supposed to include the Fantastic Four. Well, not the Fantastic Four, but it's supposed to include Thing from the Fantastic Four. It's supposed to include uh, Black Panther being
Hmm.
Shuri,
Yeah,
Namor.
I just saw that one.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, because it has that one that's Namor, Shuri, um, Fantastic Four, and of course, M'Baku.
M'Baku, that was the other one. Like somebody else.
And let's see, where's it at? Is it this one? No, no, no. Yeah, here we go. So let's see, we have Namor, there's the Talocons, Shorty as a Black Panther. Let's see who's the next one's popping up on this trailer. And of course, the Fantastic Four. Dora Milaje. Hmm. Yeah, M'Baku. Yeah, Wakandans. In fact, yeah, that's the ones that showed up on this trailer. Yeah, and I wasn't sure about Doomsday because of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, even though still honest, I'd prefer somebody else as Doom.
Yeah, I
So not because just because Robert Downey that's Iron Man.
yeah.
It's Iron Man. You know what I mean? But
It depends on how they work it.
I guess.
That's just how I want to see it. Is how they work it. Because I hope they work it well. But I mean, they could always fuck it up, and they have before.
Yeah,
which I hope. I hope they're going the Dark Avengers, the Dark Avengers route. Uh, that's kind of what they're rumored to be doing, because they said that the whole thing with like Steve Rogers. They said Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday.
yeah,
That could be Cap putting away his Captain America gear because he's Captain Hydra now.
that's what I was thinking.
And of course, that would leave Black Widow to come back as well as Madam Widow. And, you know, just the whole offspring, or offset, that would leave. And then the rumor is that, and this is the wild rumor that I don't even believe, is that the Secret Wars is actually going to be Deadpool, Wolverine, Spider-Man, other people, and they're going to be the ones that are tasked with fixing everything. I can't remember who else it is, but it's mostly gonna be like mixed between Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. I mean,
I could do both of them. I could do both because that would both of them interacting with Deadpool would be hilarious.
either.
I would really rather have all three.
I would rather all three interact with Deadpool.
Bring Garfield into.
So
why not?
Please, yeah. And if like oh, I forget which movie it's supposed to be in where Mahershala Ali Blade is supposed to be making a debut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
but
yeah. So
what did the
that was it. I think that was it. Maybe. Or maybe Blade was supposed to be part of that too.
Probably. Because the the movie that was supposed to be
X-23 was supposed to be part of it too.
Yeah. Because I know the Blade movie that was supposed to be got canceled for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like, even though, because I saw he's not getting his own movie, or at least not yet, anyways. That that he will be in one of the Avengers movies, and I guess I don't know if he's going to be in Doomsday or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. He might.
I don't know. But either way, we'll find out.
Yeah,
now,
we'll figure it out.
We've come to the end of the show.
Yep.
We're at the end of the show, man. Yeah. So we're going to end the show because we're at the end. And I know my dog is going to start. She's going to start any second now. So coming up later on, we've got the Kennedy Effect tonight with Jeff Kennedy. After that, we've got the Villain's View with myself, General Gambit over here, with Thomas Bishop and Taz J. And after that, we've got Ending Out the Night Conversations with T. Nathan. And so tomorrow morning, starting fresh and early, we have Thomas Bishop again with the Sound of Coffee. So
no, we do not have.
Oh, Jeff no Sound Kennedy of Coffee
tonight. No, we do not have Jeff Kennedy tonight.
No Jeff Kennedy tonight?
No Jeff Kennedy tonight.
Oh.
But we will. So we may be starting up the Villain's View early tonight.
So either way, we'll either be early or we'll be on time. One or the other.
More than likely early.
More than likely early. So just be on the lookout for that. And yeah. Hopefully next week we'll be able to talk Peacemaker. But
I'm not promising anything.
If you do, you do. You don't, you don't.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. But that was my review of Tron Ares. So that was a spoiler. I'm sorry. For those that have not seen it, Too bad. Don't watch it. Don't watch it if you don't want shit spoiled. Otherwise, hey, go see it. Because again, if you check out everything, you check out your mind. Your mind checks out. It's a great movie. Great movie. And I will leave it at that. So I've been your host. The Angry IT Nerd, and this has been my co-host, the greatest one of all time, General Gambit. And we will see you all later.